All right, fire 'em up!
It might be raining outside, but I'm okay with that. I got a bunch of comic books I haven't read, plus some other stuff I want to catch back up on. Got it all covered. What's up, everybody? I'm Jake Alexander, the voice in the void, the lone wolf, your favorite host with a lisp. How the hell are you? I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Welcome to another episode of the Twee'quel podcast. If this is your first time checking us out, man, thank you so very much. I'm so glad you decided to rock with us for a little bit. Got plenty of old episodes for you to go check out. I'm pretty sure you'll find something you like. And if you've been rocking with us for a while, hey, I'm so happy you decided to come back. I enjoy doing this, and I'm so glad you enjoy me doing it as well. We got a short show today. We're going to dip through some news, and we're going to talk about the movie Last Breath. It was actually a pretty good movie, but I'm going to explain to you why it's a good movie. We don't have a whole lot. We're going to dip in, dip out, get you on your way. It's Saturday, so I want you to have fun and, enjoy your family, even though it's raining. I hope it's not raining as much as it's raining here for you. I hope you have some time to get outside and enjoy what little bit of warm weather we've been getting. I'm so glad it's getting closer to spring because the cold is starting to wear on me. I'm starting to get cabin fever myself. So besides that, we got, like I said, we don't have a whole lot to do, but so we're going to get right through it. Let's get right into the news. At the top of the news, let's talk about at the box office. Mickey 17 took over the number one spot from Captain America Brave New World with its opening at is now at $54 million worldwide after its opening weekend just this past week. Captain America Brave New World falls to number 2. It's getting ready to leave the theaters, and it looks like it's going to leave with about $375 million worldwide as it heads to streaming. Coming in at number 3, Last Breath, $17 million worldwide so far. This is a movie that has been done on a budget of about $23 million. So it looks like it's going to make its money back and a little bit more. And we are going to be talking about it later on in the show. I'm going to give you my honest opinion about the film. So just make sure you stick around for that. The SAG-AFTRA video game voice actors and motion capture actors strike is still continuing, now in day 231 and 232 and continuing. Still no movement, no talks, only more protests in front of video game operations. I don't think this strike is going to be over this calendar year. I said the same thing when it was the actor strike and the writer strike, and it got close to going into another calendar year. So let's hope this one has the exact same outcome, where they get the protections that they want and deserve, and the strike comes to an end, and we can get back to doing everything for video games. Like I said, there's no movement, no talk, so there's no telling when this is going to end, and this might actually stretch more than a full year. Like I said, if we're at day 231, 232, and it could leave 2025 and go into 2026, you're talking a year and a half. That is a very long strike for something that to me seems so simple to fix and to get protections on the book. But we shall see how it all happens. And when I learn more news, I'll let you know. If you are a TMNT fan, then belly up and listen to this, because this is going to be some good news depending on how you look at it. So this book right here, The Last Ronin, absolutely fantastic story. And if you are a fan of it, and if you've read it, or if you're a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, well, get ready, because this story right here is on the books now to be adapted into a live action film. And not only is it going to be a live action film, it will be rated R. This new story came down just a couple of days ago. It's not confirmed on the release date or if they have the script ready yet, and it hasn't been confirmed that they have a director, but it is said that it is rumored that they are looking at James Wan to direct this film. For me, them doing another Turtles live action film, I'm very much okay with. But the fact that it's going to be rated R in order to tell this particular story, that's going to be perfect. And I know a lot of people are going to hear that and say, hey, Ninja Turtles shouldn't be rated R. It should be more family friendly and toned down just a touch on the violence and everything else. But no, if you've read this story, believe me, in order to tell it properly, this movie's going to have to be rated R. So like I said, if you've never read this story, get to your comic book store and read it. It is an absolutely fantastic story. Even if you don't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or have never read anything TMNT related, you can still pick this up, read it, and I promise you, this is going to be probably one of the absolute best comic books you ever read. We got a bunch of new trailers over the past week, and they all look really good. We got a new trailer for Thunderbolts. We got a new trailer, the first trailer for Devil May Cry. Freakier Friday, which is going to be due this year on August 8th. We finally got a trailer for the live action Lilo and Stitch, and that's going to be due out this year on May 23rd. That's coming up pretty fast, if you ask me. But we also got a trailer for a film I did not know that they were making, and it sounds completely ridiculous, but looking at the trailer, I'm like, okay, it's B-flickish, it's horror, and it looks completely ridiculous, but it looks like it's going to be a fun time at the films. Listen to this title, Popeye the Slayer Man. Yes, it's good. It's in one of those things where a very old property has gone into public domain and somebody is going to turn it into a horror film. This is not, I found out, the same guys that did the Winnie the Pooh and the other, and Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Not those two. It's not that company. This is a completely separate company that decided, hey, let me get in on the act. I don't know a whole lot about it. All I've seen thus far is that one trailer. I'm going to get some more information and I'll relay it to you. But the trailer itself, it's completely weird, but it looks completely funny. And so I can't wait for that film to come out. Me personally, when that film does come out, I am going to go see it. I know a whole lot of people who won't, but believe me, I am going to go see it. The only other film that I've seen a trailer for this week that I actually do want to go see, which actually opens this weekend, Novocaine starring Jack Quaid. I do want to go see that as well. And we will be talking about that because the concept to that film about Jack Quaid's character not being able to feel pain, so now he's on a mission to rescue, I think it's girlfriend or whatever. That sounds like a really good concept for a film, so I'm definitely going to go see that. And make sure you check back to see me when I review it. We'll end the news today by talking about old hits becoming new films. Now, a bunch of people will tell you that maybe Hollywood is running out of ideas because they keep remaking older properties. And I know for a fact they're not running out of new ideas. They just have a hard time getting people to go see brand new ideas. And that's just the ebb and flow of the business. But two new films that are coming down the pipe that are old properties. Listen to this. A new adaptation of Starship Troopers, #1. It will be directed by Neil Blomkamp. Now, Starship Troopers, the first film, is a cult classic. They had another film after that. They had a animated series after that. All of them, to me, were really good. They didn't follow the books very well, but to me, the properties were still fun. You talk about sci-fi, action, a little bit of horror mixed in that with all these bugs and us fighting a war. But it does talk about political things like fascism and capitalism and how it affects our everyday life. It is a lot thrown into that book if you've never read it. And if you've never read it, you get a chance to head to a bookstore, get it and read it. And having Neil Blomkamp direct that film, perfect pick. If you've never seen anything he's done, watch District 9. That man knows how to direct, especially a property like this. And I guarantee if he's going to be the director, man, he's going to help write this film. It's going to be good. So I do want to see that, see how that turns out when it does come out. Now, the other one is we finally got our first look at Peter Dinklage as Toxie in Toxic Avenger. If you've never heard of this is complete 80s quirky nostalgia. It is an old property. It is a cult thing. If you have no idea what Toxic Avenger is, I promise you, it is ridiculous. And I don't want to spoil it for what it is. Go look it up. Toxic Avenger. And Peter Dinklage is going to star as Toxie, the main character in it, who fights for justice against a world that is polluting itself, especially with toxic waste. No, I'm not talking about Captain Planet. I'm talking about Toxic Avenger. Similar thread of ideas of how these heroes operate, but it is completely different. It is comedy and a little bit of horror, especially the way Toxie looks, and it's going to be a fun time at the theater, I guarantee you. So all we got so far is just a picture of Peter Dinklage in costume. So I'll relay that to you over on the Instagram page, and then you can get a look at it just like I did. It is, I guarantee you, Starship Troopers and Toxic Avengers, when they come out, the remakes are going to be really good. So this will probably be the first time in a long time when I'd say, hey, thumbs up, Hollywood. These are two properties you should have remade, and I'm glad you remade them. So that's it for the news. Don't forget to check our Instagram page at _Twee'quel_pod. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the movie Last Breath. You know, in truth, the worst thing I can actually say about the film Last Breath is that it's very paint by numbers. But that's not a bad thing, especially in this case. So the film itself is indeed based on a true story. Now, the funny thing is you don't have to watch the film if you don't want to. A documentary by the exact same director or co-done by the exact same director, Alan Parkinson, was done back in 2019 about the very thing that this film is based on. A commercial diver gets lost at the bottom of the ocean with maybe 10 or 15 minutes left of reserve air. Yes, the film is longer than 10 to 15 minutes, so you can guess this is Hollywood. They're gonna play up the drama and give you a whole lot more to dig into outside of what you get in the documentary. But that's okay. This is actually a really good movie. There's no reason to stretch it out and tell you a whole lot of what goes in the movie. It's not very long in the first place. But what happens in the movie is pretty much what you can see in the documentary or read about in some newspaper article about what actually happened. What is really great about this movie is that they give you tension without overdoing it. What they give you is a straightforward story and they just let it play out. Hollywood has had a problem for quite a while by trying to do too much with very little. In this particular case, they take very little and they do more than what is adequate enough to tell the story. Believe me, it's a lot more in the film than what is going on in the documentary, but it's still really good. You have Woody Harrelson, Simu Liu, Finn Cole, Cliff Curtis. This is a really good cast for such a short story. But for a film that is short on story, they still give you a lot to chew through. This is a really fun movie for you to sit and watch and get away from reality for a second. And even though it is a true story or based on a true story in the way of the film, it is still a way to escape reality. Because believe me, I don't think many of us are going to find ourselves, I should say, lost at the bottom of the North Sea. If you feel like watching it, head to the theater and see it. If you don't, you can still sit at home and watch this on streaming. Either way, this is a good movie and I appreciate it. And for a film shot with only $23-ish million budget, they did a really good job. This is also another bullet in the gun for people who say, hey, you're spending too much money on movies. You don't need to spend that much to tell a good story. This right here helps prove that point. So if you feel like it, like I said, head to the theater, see the movie. You will enjoy it. So that's it, and that's all. It's time for the last call. I want to thank each and every single one of you for checking me out this week. You didn't have to. You could be doing anything. You could be anywhere, but you decided to check in on this pokey little podcast, and I truly appreciate it. Before we get out of here, no weekend watch list. Like I said earlier, it is raining, and I am not going to go anywhere in the rain. I can, but I just don't feel like it. It's just a pain. So I'm going to stick around the house. Actually, I am going to go somewhere. I'm going to run over to the comic book store and pick up some stuff I know I left there that I didn't pick up the last time I was there. So I got some new comics I'm going to wind up reading. Plus, I'm going to read a whole bunch of old stuff over again because these are some really good stories that I truly like. I might even dip into that Ronin, the TMNT Ronin one more time. But damn good story. Damn good story. If you haven't read it, do yourself a favor. Head on over to your local comic book store and order it. Yeah, local comic book store. Don't order everything off of Amazon. Don't live your life on Amazon. Besides that, it's time for us to go. I want you to take care of yourself, take care of those around you. Don't do anything to hurt yourself. And always remember, if you need somebody to talk to, pick up the phone, dial or text 988. There's always somebody there. You are never alone. Believe me, I've used it once or twice before in the past. You can use it now. It's always a good thing. And for my producer, Nikki Rev, we shall end this particular episode the same way we end every episode. God bless. I love you. And peace. See you next time.